Now there are comments.
All
Isn't
right.
that weird?
Well,
Hi guys. We just came back on. We started, but we had this weird situation where there was no comments again. So we hopped off and we came back on because we want to talk to you guys. Hi. Okay, now we see the comments. Can you hear us okay? Because we're a little far away from the phone, but it is so quiet here, which is unbelievable because we're in the city.
it's beautiful.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful. You guys are really something. I couldn't see that. Okay, so where are we?
Whew. Well, our disappearing act that we pulled yesterday.
Was not on purpose. We did not die at the Bates Motel.
And this more than makes up for
Oh my God.
the sketchy hotel that we
This
got stuck
room.
at. Yeah,
We'll show you the room before we're done.
beautiful.
So, why didn't we post yesterday?
Well, yesterday was probably the most physically demanding day that we've had in a while.
Yeah.
Although since this trip began, it's been mentally taxing at times, interacting with a lot of people, reconnecting, which is a lot of fun, but it's also a challenge, especially for me. I am an extreme introvert.
Can you talk a little louder, Lisa?
Really? See, I'm an extreme introvert. So for me, anytime that I'm interacting with a lot of people, generally afterwards, what I've learned is I need time to be by myself, to kind of decompress, to collect my thoughts and to regain my energy. And I'm sure plenty of you can relate to that. The last couple days were kind of taxing in that regard. But yesterday, after we left the sketchy hotel, we finished the rest of the trip over to Kansas City, and we told you guys that we were headed to Chicken and Pickle, and it did not disappoint. That was our first stop.
That was fun.
It was funny because when we pulled up, we had it plugged into the GPS, so we find our way there, and I know that, my cousins are there waiting for us. They're already on the court, so they're getting warmed up. But as we pull into the parking lot, with everyone having masks on their face, sometimes you don't always recognize everyone. And admittedly, it's been a long time since I've seen some of my family. So as we pull into the parking lot, I'm telling Ro, yeah, there's a spot right there. And as we go to pull over, she's like, wow, look, they're so friendly. They're waving at us. Like,
This Dorothy was not in Kansas anymore, even though we were in Kansas City. I'm like, is this lady just really nice, or do you know her? Because she was like,
so, and it didn't even register at first. I'm like, yeah, there's our spot right over there. And we start pulling by and I go, whoa, wait a minute. That's my aunt right there. It's my Aunt Carol. So yeah, we hopped out of the car, said hi to her, was really emotional. Obviously haven't seen her in many, many years. So it was great to see her. She took us inside. Since the weather was there was a little bit of rain, we actually played in the indoor courts, which might as well have been outdoor, because they have these huge garage doors that open up, so there was a breeze coming through. It was beautiful. Now, we told you that we are highly competitive, and we put out a challenge, right? I'm sorry to say we lost that challenge.
like we were beat into the ground, lost that challenge. You know what though, in our defense,
We were just getting warmed up.
we were just getting warmed up.
Yes.
However, pickleball is a game of finesse, and
You're all power.
you're all power too. You were doing pretty good though. Once you got like that move where it just kind of like you spiked it with the paddle over the net.
It's like ping pong.
It's like ping pong.
It's like
on the
giant
other
ping
hand,
pong.
was freaking whacking these things out the window practically because no finesse over here.
But it was
fun. It was so much fun.
It was a lot of
We
fun.
did great, and we had very good tutors. Tutors?
Yes.
Yeah. Shout out to Matt and Josh.
Yes. So we got to play a little pickleball with my cousins and a couple of their friends who were there as well. It was a lot of fun. Afterward, we grabbed something to eat. Got to meet many of the kids for the first time. 20 plus years. My cousins have had children whom, unfortunately, I've never had a chance to meet in person. So it was pretty exciting to get to spend some time with them, to meet them. We left from there. We went back to, where did we go? We went over to the indoor rock climbing.
Where's your phone? Do you want to show the pictures from your phone? Or we'll just post them somewhere. That's right.
We gotta post these pictures.
We're gonna-
We keep telling you guys about, the different places that we've stopped and the different things we've done, and you really need to see some of these pictures. Her climbing the wall all the way up to the top, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Very, very impressive. I told you she was strong, physically and mentally strong, straight to the top. Unbelievable. So that was a lot of fun. That was something that I dreamed about while I was on the inside. Especially, being so into fitness and playing on the pull-up bars, doing all of these things, training all these years, to be able to put that into practice and to go out there and climb these walls, lots and lots of fun. So
Adam had a really good idea to create an Instagram for this channel, because I think I don't feel appropriate posting all of that kind of stuff on the Strong Prison Wives Instagram page. So give us a minute to create that, and then we'll post all of those pictures there. Show them your leg from climbing.
can you see that?
He's a little beat up.
Oh, little beat up from going up over the wall. But listen, it was all worth it. It was worth every minute of it. Can't wait to do it again.
Can I add this?
Sure.
Okay, so the title of this video is about freedom, and I'm going to get there because I want Adam to talk about something that happened today. However, something else that came up today was the concept of grit. And I think you should explain what grit is, and then we should talk about the grittiest little boy that we ever met in our life.
Definitely.
Okay.
Grit. Grit's all about perseverance, indomitable spirit,
Take notes.
plus indefatigable drive.
What does that mean?
Meaning tenacious, like
Meaning
just go hard, like there's no quit. No matter what challenges come up, you just keep pushing through
You
it.
don't let anything.
And there's no better. Listen, there's no better. There's no better example of that than something. This is why I love physical challenges. You put a wall in front of you, right, and you got to get to the top. You need to get up it. You need to get over it. That's like, we use metaphors,
Yeah.
but this is like a real physical obstacle. It's about taking those, those real world, or taking those concepts and putting them into the real world and actually completing things. And yeah, we had the good fortune to have our teacher for the day
For rock climbing.
for rock climbing was, can we say his name?
You could say his first name.
Was our friend Evan. I'm going to leave it at that. Our young friend Evan was incredible. What do you want to say about him?
Can I say his age?
Sure.
He's 12 years old. Literally does 3,500 push-ups a day. Ran, what did they say, 60-something miles that week. I think it was a 5-day week. And was climbing from 10 o'clock in the morning until, and then we met there maybe what time, 2?
Yeah, we got there late afternoon.
And we climbed until 6, something like that, 5, 6.
I don't know if it was we were there for at least a couple hours.
But he was up and down and teaching us, and
he literally taught us the ropes.
yeah, literally.
Yeah.
And so when I think of grit and tenacity, he literally will be the poster child on my wall, because wow, what an incredible little kid. I asked him if I could have his autograph now for when he's a professional
Young man.
athlete.
What an incredible young man.
Oh, what did I say? Kid?
You said kid, yeah. Oh, he's an amazing
He's
young
an
man.
old soul for sure. Yes.
Definitely.
Okay, so we did that, and then
Then from there, we spent the rest of the evening with more of my family, my cousins, their mother, my aunt, the kids. I mean, it was an incredible night to to be able to spend that time with them. Again, you know, we were outside, sitting around a fire, something like that, something seemingly so simple. You know, just being with people that you truly appreciate. That's really what it's all about. I'm reminded of that every single day. You know, it's not about what we're doing, it's about the people that we're with and who we get to share this time with. And obviously, you know, you and I are incredibly fortunate to get to share this time together. This is what we've waited all these years for. And to be able to reconnect with family that, you know, because of distance, I haven't seen in so many years. So for us to be out on the road, to be making this trip, like, this really is a dream come true. I'm getting to do things that, you know, I've thought about for so many years, and man, I'm just having a ball doing it.
So then we woke up this morning. Well, we didn't get a chance to make a video last night because it got pretty late. I actually left everybody on the couch. I was like, if I'm gonna drive for 10 hours tomorrow, I have to. There are not enough hours for me to sleep between now and when we need to get up if I don't go to bed right now. So. And
we made a commitment. We made a commitment both to you guys to do videos every day, but we also made a commitment to each other to make sure that we're looking out for our health and well-being.
Yes.
She needed sleep last night.
Yes.
And although I stayed up a little bit later to spend some more time with my family, I definitely was not going to wake her up because she's the one doing all the driving. Again, I've got the easy part. You know, I'm just along for the ride, keeping her entertained, awake, and well-fed throughout the day.
And I have to tell you guys, I started to melt down. Like, it was early in the drive, like 10 o'clock this morning. We left at what, 8?
We left at 8:30.
8:30. So we got up, we ate breakfast, we ate coffee, we stopped to get gas, more coffee, water.
Knowing that we had between 9 and 10 hours on the road.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, maybe like, what, 11 o'clock or so? 10, 11?
I think it was that coffee.
I just started to melt down. I was like, I'm just tired. I literally almost started sobbing. I like stopped myself. Yeah, I was melting down bad. And we stopped at a rest stop. You know why I was stressed? Because we had to get to the hotel by a certain time in order to log into a Zoom meeting that we were presenting on. Do you want to talk about that in a minute?
Yeah, we'll get to that.
So I had myself really stressed out because I'm the driver. It's my responsibility to get here by a certain time. And I know I stress myself out about things that I shouldn't because we could have pulled over on the side of the road.
Exactly.
But I was overtired and overthinking.
Did it help when we finally discussed that and came to the conclusion, like, listen, if we don't get there.
You want me to be honest? In the back of my head, I knew that. I was just melting. Like, you know when you just start spiraling? I was spiraling. It helped when we stopped and I ate and I had water. I needed water really bad.
Well fed. Keep her well fed. I know. Top. Right behind sleep. Food.
Who else needs to be well fed and sleep and drink a lot of water?
Me.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Just making
I'm
sure.
in the same
Just making
boat.
sure.
I'm right there with her.
So, and then I was, all of a sudden I was like, boop, new person. I was like, wow, I feel a lot better now. And then it was fine. It was absolutely fine. But I think like when we started to get, remember when we almost crashed? That's when I started melting again. When the guy merged into us.
Yeah, that was a little bit much. You know, when you've been on the road driving for that many hours.
And Kansas is nothing but, I'm sorry if you're from Kansas, flat and nothing.
Windmills.
Beautiful windmills, but it was just like, I understand why they say highway hypnosis.
Yeah.
It was a lot. We drove a lot today. But anyway.
But we had...
That's exactly what I was just going to say. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So, because this is what I want you to talk about.
All right.
At one point, I think it was right when we got into Colorado, my mood perked up because I saw like grass and green and like hills, and we're starting to see mountains, and people around me are like driving Jersey. So I got into a little groove. We were like going fast and following each other. And all of a sudden Adam has this idea, like, why don't we open the sunroof? I have a panoramic sunroof in my car. I was like, are you sure nothing's gonna fly out? He's like, no, we're fine. And nothing flew out, but we opened the sunroof and we started to get some fresh air and we started to get some sun. And then, remember what you said to me?
This side of my face is burnt. I said, this is what freedom feels like.
Explain.
I guess it just kind of, it hit me, the distance, the physical distance that we've crossed the country.
Yeah.
We are now far enough away from all of the prisons that I spent many, many years in to where I feel free. Looking out the windows, seeing just, man, the broad expanse of land as far as you can see. There were no fences, there were no obstructions. The sunroof was open, sun beating down in my face. And just me and her in the car together. Like, I've dreamed about this, you know? And it was surreal. It was like, man, the further we get west, the more real it feels. Like,
Why do you think that?
I don't know.
Do you think it's because you're further away from where the crimes happened, where the prison happened? Or do you think that it's just like the promised land to you?
I think it's a combination of all those things.
Yeah.
Like even tonight, walking down the street, like.
Yeah, we went for a nice walk.
It just feels different, you know? I'm grateful.
It feels different being more west?
Yeah.
I think it is different in
How's-
the west than the east coast.
Oh, definitely. It's a whole different speed of life out here,
Yeah.
you know?
Like I was telling my best friend back home, because I keep checking in with her and telling her what state we're in. She's like, I want to make sure you're okay. So I was like, you know, we're in Denver. And she goes, oh my God, I'm dying to go there. I said, you'd love it. She's like, I know I would love it. And she was like, what's it like? I said, if Hoboken and New York City had a really chill, clean baby, that would be Denver. And she started laughing so hard, but it's different.
Yeah, definitely.
People are different. It's just different. Not saying either one is better or worse because New York will always be home, but so there was that freedom thing, right? And then that felt incredible, I have to say.
It did.
Yeah.
And then coming in, as we got closer, you know, as we were right there getting to Denver, and we started to see, I guess that's the Rockies in the distance. I mean, wow. True, just majestic.
Yes.
That's the word that comes to mind.
Yes.
You know, they became clearer and clearer the closer we got to Denver, and we're actually staying right downtown. So although we, you know, got the sketchy hotel in Urbana, Priceline made up for it. We wound up with a great hotel tonight. Really, really happy to be right here downtown. We pulled in and we had plenty of time because, as Ro was saying, she was a little concerned. Had a commitment tonight for both of us to be on a video call with John's organization, Hope for Prisoners. Really, really, we were excited to be a part of it. We were looking forward to it, but we were also a little nervous about making sure we had time to get here, to get set up. You know, sometimes there's glitches, just like we had a glitch when we logged on tonight. We wanted to make sure that everything went smooth.
We were the presenters, by the way. It's not that we were just logging into a video call. We had to present for an hour.
Yeah, so, and that was part of what we focused on during the drive. Again, you know, it's a whole lot of fun trying to do things in the car with the bumps and with the people checking the Jersey plates, trying to
check us?
Yeah, trying to check us. So anyways, when we get here to the hotel, we get checked in, we lug all of our stuff up here, we get to the room. As soon as we walk in, we're like, oh, this is great.
Beautiful.
Started focusing on getting the laptop connected to the Wi-Fi, made sure we were all set up, and at that point, when we had everything ready to go, I think both of us were just like, breathe a little bit easier, you know, spend some time. We've been in the car all day. I got on the floor and literally rolled. If you're not familiar with them, there's different deep tissue like massage balls. Did a little bit of that, rolling around on the floor, and
I plucked my eyebrows because there's a great magnifying mirror here.
Yeah. So we both focused on the things that we needed to do to kind of decompress before the video meet, before the Zoom call. And by the time we logged in, we were good. We were ready to go. Had a great call. Really, really, man, unbelievable to be a part of that, to be able to present and speak to not only individuals who have recently been released, all of the people who are working with the Hope for Prisoners organization in supporting roles, but also the individuals who are still incarcerated, the Casa Grande participants. Man, unbelievable, great opportunity to speak to them, to share our story, to share, how I was just in prison just a couple weeks ago, with a life sentence, and how quickly things have changed, and how we've been adjusting to the transition, life with me on the outside. It's great to be able to share that with other people and let them know, it does not matter whatever challenge you are facing, nothing is insurmountable. And to share our story with people, hopefully it inspires them. And by the time that call was over, I think we were both of us kind of, the rest of the day caught up with us.
Yeah.
But we were eager to get out, take a walk, grab something to eat. We sat outside, had a nice dinner, just enjoyed ourselves.
Let me say this too. First of all, thank you guys for the super chats. We really, really appreciate them. I'll come back and read the comments afterwards because we can't see from this far away. But for you guys that are saying that I've mellowed since Adam has been home, first of all, you can respond to that in a minute. But second of all, this is proof that I'm still the same hot mess express. We sit down to take this call, and Adam looks all professional in his nice little button down. And he looks over at me and he goes, "Do you maybe want to change your shirt?" I'm wearing a black tank top that I had been driving in all day, and I was like, I don't really have anything nice. And I looked down, and I have toothpaste spots all over, like speckles, all over the front of my shirt. And I was like, let me find something else. Literally with like a minute to spare. We're in the waiting room in the little Zoom area waiting to be let into the meeting. So some things will never change, but how would you like to respond to the fact that I've mellowed since you've been home?
Yeah, I don't know about the mellowed part. Maybe the volume is turned down a little, but definitely not mellowed. Definitely not. What?
Nothing, I was just trying to read comments.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no.
I think mellowed maybe on the videos, because with that, before you were home, I was like,
Well, I think part of it too is you being by yourself
yeah.
and us being together. It's just, as we've said, with everything else, there's more of a balance.
You stole my show.
No. See, I think you are much higher. She vibrates like at an energy up here, and I'm usually like down here. So she pulls me up, and I kind of hold her down just a little bit so that we find something in between, so that we're kind of, right here on the same wavelength.
I'll take it.
I think it
You're
works
way
well.
down here?
I'm like, you pick me up. Yeah. You bring more out of me, yes. In a good way, absolutely. No doubt. So, yeah, that's the adventure that we've been on for the last couple of days. Tomorrow,
They say that they think that I just feed off of you being so chill. I agree.
that's what I mean. Yeah, we balance each other out.
Yeah. I mean, you can go up here sometimes, though, minus me.
I have not been screaming at the
That's not...
at the camera. And
At the what?
at the camera.
No, I'm not saying just on the camera.
Yeah, but
You can get a little wound up.
I get a little bit wound up. It depends what we're doing. Sure. Yeah. What?
Nothing.
It's a good balance. We're finding balance with each other, and it's It's all good. What do you got?
I seem a lot less on edge. I believe that that's true because we did talk. Okay, we'll add this and then we'll add whatever else you want and then we'll be done. We did talk about that a little bit today in the car where I was telling Adam, I was like, I feel that my anxiety has been so much better since you've been home because prior to, and I've told you guys this for years, I'm already a very nervous person. I just was born that way. But prior to Adam coming home, I always felt like I was living this double life in this lie, and I developed this really bad, not only anxiety, but social anxiety. And I hated to be around people or be around new people. I'm like Adam, I'm an introvert, but I'm outgoing. I like to meet people. I'm on the shyer side, but that doesn't mean I'm not friendly. But I would always pull away from people because when I met new people, I would always be in my head like, well, what if they ask me if I'm single? What do I say? What do I do? Do I lie? I don't want to lie, but here I go. Like I can't, what if it's in the town where my family owns a business and my mind would trip like way in the future and make things up that people are going to accuse me of or whatever. And I think it's got a little bit to do with the trauma of trying a few times and having people respond to me in a negative way, where our relationship is so sacred to me, and back then when you were inside was always so sacred to me that I didn't want to have to deal with that. So I just pulled away, and in turn I feel like I developed this social anxiety. And I was telling Adam, since you've been home, I really haven't felt that whatsoever. I haven't been very anxious. It's in my nature to be a little anxious about things, but nothing that's been like, I feel like, debilitating by any stretch of the imagination, even more than like a little bit. And I've been meeting new people, your family. I haven't been nervous whatsoever.
You've met a lot of people in the last few days.
Sleeping in people's homes, and normally prior to when I was feeling anxious about it, I would be so uncomfortable, but nothing.
Good. I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah.
I feel greatly relieved because I know, that's something that I've expressed numerous times before. I know the weight that was on you and how you felt about that. So to finally be out and to not have that, and once we're able to finish the transition, get to Vegas, get situated, and establish some other things that we're working on at that point, then there's nothing. There's no more stress. There's no more anxiety. We can really focus on all the things that we are passionate about, the things that make us feel good, and that's going to be our priority going forward. What else were you going to say?
Nothing. I was trying to read comments, but they're way too far away.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of far. But I do want to say this. Tomorrow we got another fun day planned. We spent all day on the road today to make sure that we got here to be able to do the video conference tonight. Tomorrow's going to be a little bit more relaxing. We have something, hopefully a meet lined up with the guy who founded an organization called The Phoenix, which is, they own a number of CrossFit gyms, and they were set up as a nonprofit to assist any of those individuals who have been sober for 48 hours or longer, to assist in the recovery process. It's a gym. It's a CrossFit gym. They own a few gyms, and that's kind of their motto, creating community around these gyms to help support people in recovery. Really, really excited to meet with the founder and CEO tomorrow. We spoke to him yesterday. Hoping to connect with them sometime, maybe tomorrow morning, and go check out, see what they got going on here, because they're getting ready to, this is where it started. It started in Denver. This is, their home base. They have a number of other gyms set up already, and they're planning on opening one in Las Vegas very soon. So I'm eager to hear what their plans are for Vegas, see how we can support them, with what we intend to do in town as well.
I'm really excited for the meeting, and I'm hoping we get to work out. I'm a little nervous if we do get to work out because, first of all, we're a lot off of our schedule, sleep-wise, hydration-wise, nutrition-wise. Not a ton off, but not
Little
as
bit.
regimented as we usually are just because we're on the road.
Being on the road. Yeah.
Second of all, what'd you say, we're like a mile and a half or a mile?
We're a mile up, yeah.
We're a mile
Mile high
above
city.
sea limit? What's it called?
Mile
Sea level?
above sea level.
So the breathing is gonna be a little bit more challenging than usual. Nothing
Little
to
bit.
like be worried about, but
She's got this. I'm telling you, trust me.
all right, anything else before we go?
That's it. We've had a fun day. Looking forward to another fun day tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get that Instagram account set up so that we can share some of these videos. You guys get a chance to see firsthand a little bit more of the fun that we've been having. You know, the meals we've been cooking, the activities that we've been doing. We'd love to share all of that with you. So look forward to that as well.
And the last thing that I want to leave you guys with tonight is if you feel like you need, like you're confined or anxious or you're in your own little prison, whatever that looks like for you, go in the car, roll down the windows. If you have a sunroof, open it up, just drive and let the sun come in and let the wind blow through your hair. And it is, as Adam said, it really is peace and it's a little taste of freedom.
Yes, it
You want to
is.
add anything to that?
No, you said it perfectly, and I'm looking forward to us getting in the car tomorrow. Same thing,
Yeah.
you know, checking out the Rocky Mountains, beautiful view.
I don't know what we were thinking. We didn't open that sunroof earlier, but it was really,
Yeah,
it was incredible. So
great
I
day.
encourage you, if you could do that, do it. Or even if you can't drive, open the windows in your house, whatever it
Get outside,
means. Get outside, get some fresh air.
get outside and enjoy it.
Yeah. All right. Sorry we didn't read the comments tonight, you guys, but thank you so much for all of the super chats. We love you. We adore you guys. We actually missed you last night, and we will be back hopefully. Well, we'll be back tomorrow.
We'll be back
right?
tomorrow.
Yeah. All right. See you from a
See you
new
tomorrow.
location, a new state, who knows where, somewhere more west.
Definitely in Utah.
I'm so looking.
We'll be in Utah.
I'm so excited for Utah.
Yes.
All right. See you tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.